Hey, everybody. It is time for Trash Talk. And can you feel the excitement? I mean,
No.
everything, everything is revolves around the coming World Cup. We're less than a week away from the start. I mean, this is a big, big deal worldwide.
Well, less than a week away, guys. It's
Yeah.
actually a couple days away.
The,
Um, by the
the
time you
only
watch this
The only
episode.
confusing part about it right now is that everybody's referring to it as football, and the old American diehards are saying, "What football? They don't they haven't even got started with preseason yet."
That's the one thing about doing it here in the States is the World Cup is the biggest sporting event ever. Okay. It's bigger than your Super Bowl. It's big because it is a world event. And because the rest of the world calls it football and we call it soccer, it screws a lot of people up
Yeah.
because they can't figure it out. But we've got the very first match dropping on the 11th. I mean, which is crazy to me. That here we are, it's been a while since the World Cup has been in the United States, and it's interesting how they're doing this one. We've got what, 16 different cities, Mexico, Canada, United States.
Yeah. And what 48 teams?
Yep. And Dallas is going to be hosting the most games out of almost any other city. So
Yeah.
very, very big. The US doesn't play. Actually, well, the very first game is played in Mexico. And so we've got Mexico versus South Africa, which should be really fun. I got to give a shout out, man. Mexico, their jerseys are amazing. I'm not even like, that's not even my team. And I'm like, dude, your jerseys are spot on. Unfortunately, they don't typically do well in the World Cup, but man, their jerseys are looking amazing.
And it's all about the marketing too, because
God.
they're gonna sell just literally thousands and thousands of jerseys from. That's the beauty of bringing it to the United States because it is such a European African kind of a sport and everything. What a thrill it is for all of those people from all of those countries that live here in America now to have their teams coming on our soil and all that's going to build it up. I mean, the
It's it's really cool because you know it has grown, and we live in Texas, and so soccer is big for us. It's a very much a sports metroplex, despite teams leaving Dallas, but that's a different conversation.
yeah.
So being, used to that with the soccer and the international teams coming through at FC Dallas. We've had games, we've had, matches over at AT&T Stadium already. This is a cool experience. I think one of the downsides of having it here as opposed to in Europe, as opposed to it in other places, is they were built for this. They're used to it. The United States, there's still the culture isn't there, and I'm hoping that those other teams from across the globe, can bring that culture, and I know they will, to the United States, and that we can experience it because there is nothing like going to a soccer match. There's nothing compares to it. You and I have gone. Probably need to go back, but you and
Yeah.
I gone, and it's exciting.
What has always surprised me is the intensity of the fans in the stands in a live match. And traditionally, a soccer match will last for a few hours, and it's a normally a very low scoring game. So, it's unlike football that can, the final score can be 38-21 or something like that. A lot of action, a lot of scoring. I mean, a soccer match can go for 3+ hours, and the final score is 1-0.
Well, the
But
great thing is no soccer match is going for 3 hours.
yeah, but
Okay.
but the intensity
Yeah.
is there from start to finish. I
No,
mean,
it is. And when you see 2 goals in a game,
yeah,
that's intense. Well, you've seen 3 goals. I mean, I've been to some soccer matches, I've been to some FC Dallas games, when they were playing well. And all of a sudden, man, you got 4 goals and it's just an onslaught. But then
yeah,
you find those chess pieces, man, and it's a 1-1, it's a 1-0, and you're like, and God, if you get to sudden death overtime, like when
yeah,
they go to I think there's nothing as exciting for me as watching a World Cup match and it goes to penalty kicks, PKs, and you're like, God, like it's crazy. But I'm excited. I think a lot of people are excited. The U.S., we got their first game. U.S. is going to play their first game against Paraguay on June 12th. So that's a big one, guys. A
yeah.
big one. U.S. doesn't really do well, The women do. The men, not so much. They've gotten better. I'm not bashing them, but they don't get very far. It would be cool. It would be cool to see
And,
them get far.
any early predictions?
You know, there's a lot of tough teams out there. I don't really have
It
any predictions. I don't think it's going to be one of the monsters. I don't think it's going to be one of the heavy hitters. I'll be honest with you.
the early writers and everything are saying that they think it could be France and Spain. Both
I
have
don't want to see France, man. I hate France, dude. I hate France. I hate France.
so in other words, if it's a final between France and Spain, we know who
I'm getting my
Brandon's
Spain
for.
jersey.
Yeah,
I order a Spain jersey. I'll be wearing it all day. Look, my team, and I know what you're saying. What do you mean, my team, Brandon? You're from the United States. Yeah, I hear you. I root for them, but I don't root for them. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And I don't mean that as an insult. I root for Italy. Unfortunately, and it breaks my heart, Italy didn't make it to the World Cup. They are not in the World Cup this year. So,
Yeah.
uh, I guess I got to pull for the United States, but um, I just don't like the way the United States plays. That's all. I want them to win. It's my country. I think it'd be great, but I don't like the way they play.
I have always kind of questioned their aggressiveness. You
They're
know,
not.
they when you see some of the other teams, especially I think some of the African teams,
Oh,
they play with an intensity like whatever game it is, whether it's a first round, second round, whatever, it's like they're playing for the final match. It,
I'm always a fan of Ghana. I love Ghana. Those guys are vicious. I've always supported them. Shout out to Ghana. I just think they're cool. They're great people, great culture. I met some fans the last World Cup when it was around, and I forgot where it was, but there was that time difference. I went to a bar and I met a bunch of Ghana fans, and I got to tell you what, I was like, yeah, I'm in. I'm in. You
yeah.
know what? Give me a jersey. I'm with you.
I, I don't know why, but I have always felt that way about Cameroon.
It's fair. Yeah.
I mean, these countries who put all of their energy behind their soccer teams and all. They're not the big global giants. Like Spain and France and England and I mean, I've always liked Ireland too. I mean, I love
Ireland. Yeah. Yeah. Our buddy Paul will be pulling for Ireland. Let me tell you
yeah,
on that one. I do have the other team I like to watch is Japan. They are like buzzsaws. Okay. They don't get very far all the time, but
yeah.
they are buzzsaws. Man, they are some of the fastest players I have seen. So I'm excited about that. Guys, if you're looking though, if you're looking, there's a lot of great World Cup stuff to do. Okay, there's a World Cup concert series kicking off down at Fair Park. I'd like to go. I'd like to get tickets and take Luke to go see Major Lazer, but I don't think that's going to happen due to financial strain. But there's some free stuff to do at Grandscape around here, and I'm sure every other city. I know Jersey's rocking out. Like
Oh yeah.
the great thing about the World Cup, it's not like football. You don't got to buy five different apps to watch your team play.
Yeah, it's and I mean you bring up the point of tickets. I think
Ugh.
it's getting, I mean, just kind of crazy. I've seen things where tickets to some of these matches are maybe start at $500 a seat, and I mean the
Yeah,
average guy just can't take his family to something like that.
no.
Frankly, I mean, I think the best seat in the stadium is in your own living room.
Well, there is so we have an opportunity at my job to go to the World Cup. Now, it's a contest and I'm thick in it and I'm fighting. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm fighting to win. It's with Michelob Ultra, one of my favorite beers ever. Um,
with
and it's
hey, look what Billy Bob Thornton has been making. He's making a fortune off of doing some of those commercials right
well,
now.
yeah, it's all he drinks in Landman. But
Yeah,
so Michelob Ultra is the official beer of the U.S. Football team, soccer team, and there's a contest that's been running since early May, and it's different levels. We have an automatic winner, highest sales in Michelob Ultra, and then we have secondary winner for most increase and all that. Well, I'm in the thick of it. I'm in the top five right now. Okay. The contest is probably done by the time you guys see this. We'll find out. But you get a ticket. You get you and a guest to go to the World Cup game. I believe it's June 30th at AT&T Stadium. A whole package. So I'm hoping I get it. As much as I love my son, and I do love him a lot, I don't think I'm going to take him. Um, I just think it'd be more hassle. Not because he can't handle it. I mean, look, I took him to Kendrick Lamar, I took him to Vegas, but it's
yeah.
so much going on. You know what I mean? And if he wants to go home, he's going to be very disappointed when I say no.
Oh, right,
Um,
right. Yeah, yeah.
because it's a once in a lifetime opportunity if I win. So if you guys are in the DFW, if you're in the area and you need Michelob Ultra, please come buy it at my store. And don't worry about anybody else. Just come buy it from me. If you don't like Michelob Ultra, and you just buy it anyway, and give it to your neighbor, um, and whatever. But also, if you're looking for a place to watch the game and you want to get out, June 19th, 2 p.m., it's USA versus Australia. We are having a watch party at my store. HEB Melissa, shameless plug. I hope I don't get fired for that. Um, Come on out. Food, beer, wines from around the world. Watch party.
And if you're not in the Dallas area,
You suck. No.
to go see Brandon, number one, get on a plane and fly in, or two, go to a place like either a sports bar, which, and and I'm wondering if some of these games are in the middle of the night, and I'm
No, they're
wondering if
not.
there's going
No,
to
they're
be,
not.
aren't any of them.
We're all
Well,
in the same
that's right,
time
because
zone.
it's all here. That
Yeah.
I'm thinking when they're playing in another country, and all
Yeah.
the time difference is such that sometimes a match is at 2 o'clock in the morning. But places like Best Buy and what is it, Nebraska Furniture Mart. I mean, people are going to spend the entire day in the TV section because they're going to have all of the games on all of the screens.
You know what's cool is every place that has a TV will have it on. McDonald's. There's some there may will have the
Yeah,
world. They have posters up.
yeah. Barbershops.
I think it's great because it draws people in.
And what you said at the onset of the show is that by the time this thing gets closer to the finals, people are going to have it up to here with soccer because
I'm
coming from every different angle, from the merchandising, from the hype, from the coverage. I mean, thankfully, I think now for this whole tournament, when the news comes on, they're probably going to say breaking news and give you the soccer reports rather than what's going on politically around the world.
you got from June 11th to July 19th.
Yeah.
And you got a month long summer of soccer, international friends coming over. The last thing I want to talk about before we go on, because I know we got other stuff to do, is I was reading about the technology that they're using at these games for security. I understand it, but it sounds creepy. Major AI, which we all know AI is trash, um, AI technology, AI facial whatever, robotic dogs that are going to be walking around, taking your picture, no fly zones over every stadium. There is there is a squad, whatever that means, to shoot down drones. If
Yes.
people, I'm like, do I want to go to the game even? Because like, I feel like I'm in Terminator, you know?
And what happens if they shoot down a drone during the game? All of a sudden, you see this massive piece of metal just drop onto the field.
I know, but it's crazy. I guys look up FIFA robot dogs. I gotta tell you right now, man, it's too much.
Hey, and one more shout out for our area, Frisco. They just set a Guinness World Record when they took 1,141 soccer balls and put it on a field to spell out 2026. And what was great was it was a big youth undertaking.
Okay,
They got the
okay,
kids
fine.
out there and they lined up all these balls to form 2026, and it took over 1,100 soccer balls to do it. But they're in the Guinness record. You can go on and take a look at it. It's pretty cool.
Did they donate the balls afterwards, or?
Oh, I'm sure they did. They probably gave them to the kids that participated too.
You know what? Good for the kids. I don't really
Yeah,
care about Frisco, but good for the
yeah,
kids. So
yeah.
that's cool. So
Yeah. Cool undertaking. So, hey, go root for your favorite team. I'm sure that over the next few weeks we're going to be kind of following up and on what's going on, especially when it gets down to those quarterfinal
oh
matches
yeah,
and
baby.
and all. So go out, and make it a good day. Go down to your local sporting goods place and buy your favorite team's jerseys and just go for it. Have a great time.
Yeah, why not?
All right. Catch you again next week. Stop back and see us. Bye.